Hi, thank you for joining me today. My name is John Newby. This is John 2028 Apologetics, and today's topic is going to be this new microchip that's going around in Wisconsin and how it correlates with the mark of the beast in Revelation 13, 15 through 18. I'm going to play a video from Tucker Carlson. He's a Fox News anchor. And he had a guy on a show on the 26th of July. So I'm gonna play the audio for us, and I'll pause it and we'll talk about it. Here it comes. Hold on.
The Twilight Zone, Black Mirror, nope, just reality. Up next, we'll tell you about a Wisconsin company that's planning to stick microchips into the bodies of its own employees. Stay tuned. Terrifying future of every 80s science fiction movie has finally arrived. A vending machine company in Wisconsin is offering to implant its employees physically in their bodies with microchips. Three Square Market says the chips, which are about the size of a grain of rice, operate printers or buy goods from vending machines. Todd Westby is the owner of Three Square Markets.
All right, so this guy Todd Westby, who owns the Three Square Markets in Wisconsin, he wants his employees to start having a microchip in them, so they can get to and from work with ease, going into the building and whatnot. All right, let's keep playing.
He's welcoming us to the brave new world, and he joins us tonight. Mr. Westby, thanks a lot for coming on.
Yes, thank you for having me, Tucker. Glad to be here.
So, on the one hand, of course, I salute your, American innovation. On the other hand, I shiver in horror at the level of control you'll have over your employees once you implant microchips in their bodies. Why would you do that?
Well, that's really a misconception regarding the microchips. They're not GPS devices. We cannot track them in the workplace at all. They're basically
by the way, the Bible in Revelation never says that the chip, or it doesn't call it a chip, forgive me, that the mark of the beast, see, I'm already calling it a chip. The mark of the beast it's not going to be able to locate you. Basically, the nature of the mark of the beast is showing that you show allegiance to the Antichrist, and that whenever you want something, that say you want to buy food from a grocery store or get a job, something like that, you have to prove your allegiance to the Antichrist. And how that is through the mark of the beast. Now, Revelation 13:18 says it takes great wisdom to know what the 666 means. So the Bible's kind of telling you that it takes a lot of wisdom to figure it out. So no one really knows what the mark of the beast is. Could it be a tattoo? Could it be a chip? No one knows. Or how 666, how it correlates with the Antichrist. No one knows what that means either. But it says it takes great wisdom to figure that out. Okay, so let's keep playing.
Used for conveniences that happen at the workplace,
right,
and around the world. There are really no tracking devices at all, and we can't trace them anywhere.
Yeah. Leaving aside the fact that, of course, I don't believe you, why not just give your employees cards? Do they not have pockets in their clothing? I mean, why would you want to?
No, I'm not judging this guy that Tucker's talking to, but what he kind of pulls his leg a little bit throughout this interview, and he says, of course I don't believe you. This guy's facial expression doesn't change. I'm not trying to say that that's his way of being guilty, that it is a GPS mark, but either this guy got no sense of humor or he's calling him out. I don't know. This guy's kind of weird anyways, I think he is, but let's keep listening.
Inject them with something like this.
They have access to proximity cards, which will do the same thing as the chip. They also have access to password or PIN pads with 4-digit logins that will get them in the building. However, it's much more convenient to a lot of our employees, being a technology company of break room.
I just think it's funny. It shows that it's supposed to be convenient, but it's got a picture of a guy with a needle, a syringe being driven into his left arm, wrist area, and it's being inserted in his body, but this is supposed to be more convenient.
Markets and payment systems, it's the convenience factor that our employees are really in favor of.
Do you tattoo them with anything?
No, we do not. It's basically...
So if this is the mark of the beast, then that takes away that option, I guess, huh?
A implant that goes right beneath the skin between your thumb and your forefinger.
Now, if an employee had this implanted in his or her hand and then left your company, quit, could you pull them back using the chip? Could you instruct them to come back?
No, we cannot. Chances are they'll probably keep the chip in because we have a...
So, you get hired by this guy and you don't like work there no more because you know he's inserting chips in you. It's just stuck in you, man. But it's convenient.
A lot of non-employees that are actually going to be implanted with a chip on Tuesday next week, along with we've had calls from several hospitals and about over 20 businesses that are very interested in getting this chip.
Now, how you can...
Did you catch that? 20 more businesses are now interested in this process.
Change their opinions with these chips or their thoughts with the chips?
Well, we don't change our opinions or thoughts with these chips at all. No, there's no frequencies, no weird science that happens with it. It's just basically an RFID chip that has to be held within 6 inches of a proximity reader. And earlier you mentioned passwords and people having access to them. One of the benefits of this chip is it literally eliminates passwords whatsoever anywhere.
So the benefit, although you're getting a piece of metal injected into your body, a microchip, one of the benefits is that you don't got to worry about passcodes anymore. Let the big old business take care of you. They got you. They'll take care of you.
Within the business, and you can log in with your microchip hand so that nobody knows the passwords, not even you.
Oh, just them.
Now, of course, I'm joking in a lot of my questions, but when you say there's no weird science in this, we're just injecting a microchip into your body so you can use the printer, we would at least concede there's some weird science in it.
Well, it is out there as far as technology goes, but so was the driverless car 10 years ago. And
driverless car, same as putting a microchip in you.
That's still weird technology. Technology. Last question, Todd, really quick. Would you be comfortable if the government or Amazon, same thing, I guess, did this to you?
Well, they do it to the military right now. The government does, and it's a huge tactical advantage out on the fields. Also with children, and we had a country.
You hear that? And with children. All right, now I listened to this video. I thought it was pretty funny, but it could be quite serious. You know, it takes a small storm to turn into a hurricane, right? It's a tropical storm, tropical depression, however the order is, whatever. But that's how it always starts. Snowball into an avalanche, right? I tell you, these people that are working for him, do I think that they have surrendered to the Antichrist? No, because the Antichrist hasn't made himself known yet. The Antichrist has not made himself known. So they're not giving their lives, their allegiance to the Antichrist. Would I let any business put a microchip in me? No, I'm not. Do I think that this does foretell the future? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I do think that this is an early sign of what is going to occur when the Antichrist does come on scene. I do. I think one day we will know what the 666 stands for. It says it takes great wisdom, like I said in Revelation 13:18. It takes great wisdom to figure it out. But the mark of the beast is an allegiance to the Antichrist. So if anyone watching this video is going to work for one of those 20 other companies or anything like that, does it mean they are no longer saved, no longer Christian? That means they surrender life to the Antichrist? No. Should you get a microchip in you? No. I don't think it. Did you hear at the end of the video he said, and this is a great idea for children too? This is how it starts. This is how it starts. We, as society, we have we have over the last 20, 30 years, especially the momentum of us, especially in America. In Europe, it's almost completely gone. But in America, our ability and our strength within ourselves to maintain independence from our government is dwindling away rapidly. More and more and more, we as Americans especially are wanting to rely on the government for everything. Let the government fix us for everything. And I think that with that attitude, it could easily fall into, well, I want to make sure little Johnny's safe, so I'll get a microchip installed into him whenever he's born. And you know, I don't think that's a great idea. I do see how we can, as a society, think it's a great idea because it brings us safety over a horrible situation like a kidnapping or something like that. But it opens up the door for something greater, and that would be eventually the Antichrist and the allegiance to him. You know, just because something sounds like a great idea doesn't mean it's a great idea. You know, you could also argue that just put a camera on every street corner and everyone's house, and that way, if anyone ever breaks in, then we'll know who did it. Or, you know, you don't ever want to surrender your freedoms for safety at all. I think it was Benjamin Franklin that said that. I'm not sure. This caught me off guard. But in conclusion, I think that this is a terrible idea. I do. I don't think that the Antichrist has not made himself known. So, like I said, we don't know who the Antichrist is as of yet. Will we? Absolutely. One day we will. The Bible is God's word. It never fails. We will meet the Antichrist one day, whether it be my lifetime or someone else's. This microchip is a terrible idea. And like I said, I could see us as a society accepting it more and more. 30, 40 years ago, if this technology had been around, I don't think it would have happened. But our moral decay and our yearn for the government to take care of us, yeah. Watch that video. Sorry, I could just play the audio for you. Watch the video if you want. It's on Tucker Carlson. It aired on 7/26/17 on Fox News. And if you go into work tomorrow and they want to put a microchip in you, I suggest you tell them no. If I went into work tomorrow and they said you're going to get a microchip put in you, I would quit. I just would. And thank you for your time for watching this video. We got some crazy times coming our way, my brothers and sisters. I love y'all in Jesus' name.